Good morning and welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite at the Gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, April 1st. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from John chapter 5, verses 1 to 16. There was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem at the sheep gate a pool called in Hebrew Bethesda, with 5 porticos. In these lay a large number of ill, blind, lame, and crippled. One man was there who had been ill for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had been ill for a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. While I am on my way, someone else gets down there before me." Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your mat and walk." Immediately the man became well, took up his mat and walked. Now that day was a Sabbath. So the Jews said to the man who was cured, "It is the Sabbath, and it is not lawful for you to carry your mat." He answered them, "The man who made me well told me, 'Take up your mat and walk.'" They asked him, "Who is the man who told you, 'Take it up and walk'?" The man who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had slipped away, since there was a crowd there. After this, Jesus found him in the temple area and said to him, "Look, you are well. Do not sin anymore, so that nothing worse may happen to you." The man went and told the Jews that Jesus was the one who had made him well. Therefore, the Jews began to persecute Jesus because he did this on the Sabbath. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So, there's a place in Jerusalem called Bethesda. It's a sheep gate, so there's a pool, and they believe that once in a while the angel comes down and steers the pool, and when that happens, people get healed. Yeah. So there was this man who has been ill for 38 years. Imagine how long he's been there. 38 years he was waiting. And Jesus asked him, "Do you want to be well?" You know, the easiest answer of the man would have been, "Yes, I want to be well. That's why I'm here." Rather, he had an interesting answer. He said, "I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up." Such a very sad life. He had nobody who would help him get well for 38 years. Even the Pharisees, they could have helped him, but instead they criticized Jesus when he did the healing. So nobody was there. It's a sad state of life when you have nobody. Many people are suffering alone because nobody cares for them. Nobody prays, nobody pays attention, nobody is there to help them. Many years ago, I visited a priest. Actually, I was visiting a friend in the hospital, and I was just coming down and I saw the priest in the hallway. He was on a bed, on a hospital bed in the hallway, and he said, "Yeah, they're cleaning a room for me to go in." He was already in his gown, and he said, "It's very lonely. Nobody visits me." And it gave me a picture of so many people who are lonely, even the elderly who are abandoned in nursing homes, and people who are sick, who are forgotten in the hospitals or in their homes, sometimes by their own children. See, he could have easily said, I want to be well, but no. I think his first concern was, well, I need someone at least who would care enough to wish me to be well, to help me to get well. there's nobody. As Christians, sometimes we can be so busy with many things in our lives that we forget there are so many people who are needy around us. And there are people who are alone, people who are lonely. Sometimes I feel guilty about that because, as I go from parish to parish, I get to meet so many people. And then when I move to the next parish, I find I don't have any more time for the ones that I left behind, especially when they get sick, when they get old. You know, I just leave them to the care of the next priest. But of course, when you build relationships, you like to visit them too once in a while. But you know, and so I pray for my former parishioners, you know, for my present parishioners, because I cannot reach all of them. But I think it shouldn't be just the priest. We should all be concerned about people because there are many people who are all alone in their sickness, in their suffering. They need someone like Jesus. You know. Be Jesus to them when you visit. Show them your concern and help them. Speak to them. Maybe that's all they need. Maybe that will bring about their healing. Yeah. So let us be Christ to the people around us. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. Have a nice day.